What's going on, guys? It's J-Ho bringing you a brand new video, and today Rise of Iron is finally here. So with Rise of Iron finally upon us, all the vendors at the tower got a refresh to their weapons and their armor. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys some of my picks for the top vendor weapons that I recommend picking up. So let's get straight into it. Starting off on this side of the tower, we got New Monarchy first. So there's mainly one weapon that I recommend from New Monarchy, and that one is probably the auto rifle. This one is called the Assembly 2, and this one is the same archetype of auto rifle as the Doctrine of Passing that was very infamous back in year 2 from Trials of Osiris. It was a Trials weapon, and so this one is very similar in stats. It has the very high rate of fire and the very low impact stat on it. So this one has the perks Quick Draw and armor piercing rounds for the first column. For the next one, we got Perfect Balance and Third Eye for more stability and radar when you look down sights. And then the main perk is Counterbalance. So you got two stability perks to give you that maximum stability. And then you also got Quick Draw or Armor Piercing. So really good in those categories as well. So pretty good. Counterbalance is the main reason why I would recommend this. You really want good stability on these high fire rate auto rifles, because you're going to be spraying them down for quite a long time. You need a lot of bullets to hit them because the impact is so low. So you need a lot of stability for this gun. Next up on the list, we got the Crucible Quartermaster. So he has some pretty decent stuff. There's more than one weapon that I would recommend picking up. I'm definitely going to pick up some as well once I get more marks that I can spend on some of these vendor weapons later on after we finish leveling up and stuff. So the first one I would recommend is the hand cannon. This one is called the Palindrome, and this one has decent impact, decent range as well, and the perks on this one is Mulligan and Spray and Play, so this one's probably the better choice. And then we got Rifled Barrel and a Casket Mag, so definitely Rifled Barrel for that good range. And then you also have Rangefinder as the main perk on top of that, so really good. You have a lot of range on this one, and it looks pretty good. It's pretty solid hand cannon overall. It doesn't have Sure Shot as one of these sights, but still a pretty decent overall. So I'd recommend this one for a good hand cannon. Definitely probably the best one out of all the vendors that I checked out in the tower. And then the next weapon I would recommend from the Crucible Quartermaster is the sniper rifle. So this one is called the Event Horizon. This one is a very high impact sniper rifle, and it has some decent range as well. So taking a look at the perks, we have Grenadier and Spray and Play. For the next column, we have Explosive Rounds and a Small Bore. And then we have Hidden Hand as the main perk. So this is the main reason why I chose this one. Hidden Hand is a very good perk, and it's also a high impact sniper rifle, so pretty good for Crucible. I'm not sure what the base aim assist is for this sniper rifle, but if it's pretty good, then Hidden Hand's just going to add even more on top of that. And then also for the scopes is another reason why it has short gaze on it as well. That's one of my favorite scopes personally for Crucible sniper rifles or PvP snipers. And having this one is really good alongside with Hidden Hand. So that's mainly the reason why I choose it as a pick for myself and for anyone for Crucible or even PvE also as well. It's still pretty good because it has high impact on it. So yeah. And then the last one is the machine gun. So this one is called the Chaotic Neutral. This one comes with the perks Feeding Frenzy and Guerrilla Fighter. So Feeding Frenzy, pretty solid perk on a machine gun. I like that perk a lot. And then we got Brace Frame for stability and armor piercing rounds. So pretty good. More stability with Brace Frame. And then of course you got Rangefinder for that range stat. So you have stability, you got range, and you also got increased reload when you get kills with it. So I like these three perks in combination with each other quite a bit. And that's what I look for in machine guns when I look for a machine gun for myself as well. So pretty good. I'd recommend mainly those three for Crucible, the hand cannon, machine gun, and the sniper. And then moving on to Dead Orbit on the hangar side of the tower. I'd recommend a couple weapons from Dead Orbit. So first one would be the Scout Rifle. This one's called the Keystone 1. And this one is a very, very high impact Scout Rifle, and it has that low fire rate. So if you don't like that archetype of Scout Rifles, then maybe you could pass on this, but still it's pretty solid. I'd say this is a really good weapon for PvE especially. So this one comes with the perks Extended Mag and Lightweight to increase your magazine size. That's always really good because it has a really low one at 14. And then we got perfect balance and triple tap for more stability, or you could get extra rounds by hitting those precision shots. And then we have crowd control for getting more kills, especially in a PvE. So really good. I like these combination of perks for PvE especially, and that's why I would choose this one as a recommendation. And then the other weapon from Dead Orbit is of course the talked about shotgun, and this one is called the Last Ditch 1. This one comes with the perks Flared Magwell and a Quick Draw. Next column is Hammerforge and a Surrounded, and then we got Rangefinder. So not the greatest perks overall. Like, I'd rather have Rifled Barrel in this position over Hammerforge because Rifled Barrel is better. But it does have Rangefinder, so I think with Rangefinder and Hammerforge combined, you will get max range on it, and it also has really good impact. Pretty similar to the Matador style archetype of shotgun, the high impact. So I think you can max out your range. You also got a little bit from soft ballistics over here as well. So if you use that alongside with Rangefinder and Hammerforge, I believe you can max out the range on the shotgun. And then the last vendor we're taking a look at in the tower is the Future War Cult vendor. So I skipped over the Vanguard Quartermaster just because I didn't think he had anything really solid to offer overall. But the Future War Cult lady does have some decent stuff, so let's take a look at it. First of all, we got another fusion rifle that's pretty solid. So this one is called the Waiting, and this one has the perks Accelerated Coils and Hip Fire on it. It also has Perfect Balance and knee pads, and then we got Rangefinder as the main perk on it, so pretty good. You got your range stat right here to give you more range. You got some stability right here as well, and then you got the faster charge time on your fusion rifle, so really good. I think these three perks are really solid on a fusion rifle. I don't know how it compares to the Vacancy that was being sold back in Taken King, but still really solid out of all the other fusion rifles at the tower. And then next up we got another scout rifle. So this scout rifle is pretty decent as well. This one's lower impact than the Dead Orbit one, but still has really good perks on it. So we got high caliber rounds and quick draw. We have a Perfect Balance and Outlaw, and then we got Zen Moment as the main perk. So Zen Moment, really good to give you that stability, and then Perfect Balance as well, along with Outlaw is another choice, which is a really good perk for scouts as well. And then you got more impact a little bit with high caliber or quick draw for this last column. So really good perks. All these perks are really solid on its own, so that's why I've chose this one as well. Really solid scout rifle as well. It's called the Wounded. And then finally, the last weapon I would recommend is the sidearm. So if you need a good sidearm, this one is probably the best one I'd say at the tower out of all the other perks. So this one's called the Wormwood, and it comes with the perks high caliber rounds and quick draw once again. We have hand loaded and Zen Moment, and then we have hidden hand as the main perk. So you got more target acquisition, which is pretty good for the sidearm. You have more range with hand loaded or stability with Zen Moment. And then quick draw. I like quick draw on my sidearms just because it comes up faster and it can be readied up faster. So really good for sidearms, especially to get that quick shots on people after you shoot them with your primary, I guess. So pretty good. That's why I like sidearms overall. But this one has the better perks, in my opinion, out of all the other sidearms. But that's about it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. As always, pretty excited to grind some Rise of Iron, and I can't wait to play the raid on Friday as well. So we're going to continue to grind some light. I'm probably going to upload a character update video before the raid comes out because I want to show you guys what I got to prior to the raid dropping. So that's what I did last year for Taken King, I believe, and I'm going to do it again this time around. So stay tuned for that. I got a bunch more videos coming soon as well, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching once again, and peace!